Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to the room. So we are stuck on this puzzle. Uh, we need to figure out how to get this to work. It doesn't feel like this rubber band works anyway. Let's look at the screwdriver. See if there's something special about this. So what is kind of amazing about this game is that all you have to really do is make the right interface, the right engine behind this. Make a few bits of visual assets, and you've got the whole game made. It's a large cog driven by a smaller cog beneath it. Like, when I put the rubber band, I can't put the rubber band there. And these seem to be the same size. And doing this doesn't match them. And doing this doesn't match them. This totally feels like the solution. And yet it's not working. There, all of a sudden it works. I was about to get a hint there. Ridiculous. Rather ridiculous that it was simply a matter of the interface that's the problem. I kind of feel like that's the problem with all of these. With all of these puzzles. A long, narrow steel tube. Some kind of small key. Is there anything else I can do with it? An old photograph. Alright. Now, if I turn on this and look at the old photograph, it doesn't work. So I'm gonna have to place the old photograph somewhere. I would bet. So this has started to spin. Let's put the old photograph on this. Nope, won't work. How about we use this then? There we go. So this is, I assume, shifting the null space. So we need to probably shift this in such a way that we can see through it. So the problem, I guess, is we can just move this in our own fashion as we like. I think we've got to get this lined up just right to satisfy it. And I believe that would be closer to this. Yeah, that looks about right. Although we're not quite in the right spot, I think. Maybe a bit further this way. Almost. There we go. And so we have a small silver shield, which I imagine is going to be put on somebody without a weapon. What's this say? Yeah, that means nothing to me. This house, this photograph in this house seems to not mean anything either, but Revelation 605 will revolve to 605. Well, each of these guys would have their hands full already. This guy doesn't have his hands full, so if I was to give him the shield, then I can take this oval gemstone, which, okay. It doesn't look like there's anything behind any of the other statues. So back to the clock. We put this here. And now I think I can adjust the time. Where are the hands? Ah, there are the hands. So we want it to revolve to 605. That would be right there, right? Three, four, five. Are we on 505 or 605? Oh, maybe that's 605. It's been a while since I've used the clock, obviously. I was thinking the one meant 15. So, the chapter is complete. Pleasing progress, but do you really think you have proven yourself yet? So this whole inside now opens to a new puzzle, which, again, we feel a little bit more zoomed in. If that is the window that we saw before, it's really far away now. But I don't think it is. I think it's actually a lamp. So where we started in the attic, we may very well be in a different place. All kinds of puzzles here. Let's start probably with this one would be a decent thought. Will that work? Nope. Will that work? Nope. There seems to be a lot here. This one you can see through. Can I double click and rotate this? No. Can I double click and rotate this? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I see what we're doing here. Take that piece, slant it down this way, take this piece, slant it this way, and we've got this, a square hole. Hmm. That looks suspicious, definitely. Hmm. Nothing there, it looks like. Nothing there, it looks like. Star-shaped indent. A key. Slot. We still have the photo from the previous uh, incident. Here we go. So let's read the letter. July 15th. My research into the null element continues at pace. Given the nature of its origin, I'm increasingly convinced that it is somehow tied to my very soul. Its properties are becoming clear, and it derives a colossal energy from somewhere. I have fashioned a device through which to channel and focus it, but I am fearful of further experimentation. I lack the understanding to control it. So he's built a device that looks a lot like the shape we've seen up to this point. A box with some kind of puzzle on top. Really? You're giving me puzzles within puzzles. Yo dog, I heard you like puzzles. Anyways, this seems like you have to connect everything. Hmm. Or maybe you don't have to connect everything and this is actually easier than it looks. Because like if I drag this here, let's see. It looks like I bet only one of these connects. So, yeah, we just spin this here, and that doesn't work. So we'll go up here and see if anything connects here. Alright, so this one would work, but I've got to get it, I think, this way, and then how are we going to get it back down there? This way? No, that won't work. How about this? Does this work? Yes, it does. This way. Spins that. And there we go. And we got an ordinary key. Really? You gonna say that's ordinary? Well, alright. If you think that's an ordinary key. None of those keys seem like they would fit that hole. Let's trying to spin this, it's not working. An irregular shaped hole. A key doesn't fit in there. Anything in these panels? Doesn't look like it. Wheel is missing here. A lot of stuff here. This looks like an ordinary keyhole. Open that. Good. Now do we need to look? I don't think we really do. Alright, this is brute forcing a combination again. E4, 5. And then 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, just brute forcing. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then do I go all the way around? Nope. That was pretty obvious. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the way down. And I guess it has to go all the way this way, doesn't it? Wouldn't make a lot of sense if it didn't. Not too bad. Was this a new lens? Small square peg. I can't help but think that there's something more here. It's a frame for a piece of paper viewing here. Alright, let's put the picture here and look at it. Let's turn this on and double click on it. Sigil. Interesting. That's actually a lot more than I was expecting to see for this game. That there's an actual video in here. So next time we have a word that's missing, we can spell out the word sigil, I guess. Is this supposed to go here? How about here? Nope. I think it's finally time to think about, like, no, that doesn't work. Let's look up here. Should focus on the sides. I should focus on the sides of the box for now, it says. Interesting. Well, that was strange. Let's look on the sides of the box. See if there's anything we're missing. This looks weird. This has a fingerprint on it. Seems like there's a slot for something to fit in. Alright. Seems like there would be a key right there. Can we slide this? Do they slide down? Do they slide up? Here's a piece. Okay. That doesn't fit there? Interesting. Hey, this world doesn't quite line up. I have just taken note. So there's all kinds of puzzles. Let's double check this and make sure there's not more to this. Yeah, the way this works, I don't see how that would fit there. What about over here? This might fit there. What about this? Hey, it does fit there. There we go, so we've made some progress. We already know what this is. Is it S-E-G-I-L? Maybe I-G-I-L. There we go. A bright blue crystal emanating of a strange light. And what else do we have? July 29th, a new discovery has shaken me to my core. To investigate the refractive properties of the null element, I fashion lenses from it. To where one is troubling and exhausting in equal measure, I am shown visions that are beyond my comprehensions. The visions turn darker and deeper into the earth I go. I have relocated my study to the North Tower. I can no longer visit the wine cellar. Interesting. So I bet we place this here. This game offers hints too easily. I can ignore them fine, but it is a little bit of a shame that it's not even giving me a couple minutes. As soon as I do the wrong thing, it's offering me a hint, which effectively means immediately as I do the wrong thing, I know that I've done the wrong thing. So I'm getting a hint regardless of whether I wanted one or not. Let's see. Focusing the light down. That works, and it gives me a tiny weighted flywheel. That's cool. So I imagine what's going to happen here is we're going to bend the light in such a fashion that it bounces at a 45-degree angle both these directions. Down that hole, fill in these two things and follow right to this and open this. And then on this side fill in this one, and then we're going to have to probably do something to get it over here to open that one. Tiny flywheel. None of these are round. And that doesn't make any sense. How about over here? Do you think the flywheel... As soon as I start looking at the objects, it's like, yeah, we know you don't know what you're doing, so you have a hint. Have half a mind to try and go into the settings and turn that off, but I'll just leave it here. Isn't there one right here? Yes, there is. So that gets put there. That makes this and allows me to pull this out. Interesting. What is this? Some sort of device for reflecting light. Wow. Called that. A hexagonal piece of the map. Alright, found that. So, hexagon, you say? That reflects that and gives me a brass winding handle with a square pin. I know where to use that. So this is going to be our results area. No, we don't need to look at it. Let's just double check. Click here, put that there, and wind. And yep, we've got another perception puzzle there. Let's put this in here first. Slide it right in there. Light up, light up, light up, light up, light up, light up. And that lights that up. And I have no idea what this is. Seems like a clock. What happened when I clicked it? Seems like it's just a timer. Wait a minute, this one opened. So when I click this, then this one seems like I can reset it, but it didn't work. Or I could do this and well, so there's definitely gonna be a whole bunch of stuff with that. And I guess this can't be adjusted the other direction, can it? Oops. I may have made a mistake here. As far as I can tell, it looks like there's no fixing that. We're gonna have to probably find the other piece and attach it to this. Because it doesn't seem like this is coming out. Can't just rotate it around. Interesting. So we made a lot of progress today. Not too bad, not too bad. We'll work on this puzzle next. Anywho, as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.